Okay, let's get into this.
Trump just passed a Take It Down Act, and I don't see a single feminist talking about it. I don't see a single liberal talking about it. I don't see a single woman other than Republican women talking about it. That's telling.
Yeah, that's telling, all right. Okay, so first things first, we all make the mistake, me included, of saying this president passed this and that president passed this. Presidents don't pass bills. They only sign bills that are passed by Congress. And the Take It Down Act was passed by Congress. The Take It Down Act that you say you don't see any Democrats talking about. That's telling to you. No liberal women are talking about it. That's telling to you. What your content tells me is that you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Trump signs bill cracking down on explicit deepfakes. President Donald Trump signed legislation Monday that bans the non-consensual online publication of sexually explicit images and videos that are both authentic and computer-generated. The Take It Down Act makes publishing such content illegal, subjecting violators to mandatory restitution and criminal penalties such as prison, fines, or both. The bill also establishes criminal penalties for people who make threats to publish the intimate visual depictions, some of which are created using artificial intelligence. The measure requires websites, through enforcement by the Federal Trade Commission, to remove such imagery after they receive requests from victims within 48 hours and to make efforts to take down copies as well. With the rise of AI image generation, countless women have been harassed with deepfakes and other explicit images distributed against their will. This is wrong, and it's just so horribly wrong, Trump said at an afternoon signing ceremony in the White House Rose Garden. It's a very abusive situation, like, in some cases, people have never seen before. And today, we're making it totally illegal. First Lady Melania Trump, who championed the legislation, attended the event. It is only the sixth bill Trump has signed into law in his second term. By his 100th day in office, he had signed only 5 bills, fewer than any other president in the first 100 days of administration, since at least Dwight D. Eisenhower in the 50s. Now, here's where you might want to pay attention, okay, boo? The Senate approved the measure by unanimous consent, and the House overwhelmingly passed it in a 409-2 vote last month. Now, let's just pause right there. You say no liberals are talking about it, yet every liberal agreed to unanimous consent in the Senate, and every liberal in the House voted for it. The bill was sponsored by a conservative, Ted Cruz, and a liberal, Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota. Representative Thomas Massie, Republican of Kentucky, cast one of the 2 no votes against the bill, calling it a slippery slope ripe for abuse and with unintended consequences. As a matter of fact, the only 2 no votes in either chamber of Congress came from Republicans, Thomas Massie of Kentucky and Eric Burleson of Missouri. So let me see if I got this straight. You don't see any liberal women getting behind this. No liberals and no liberal women. Yet the bill was sponsored, in part, by a liberal woman, Amy Klobuchar. Every single liberal in the Senate agreed to unanimous consent to pass it, and every single liberal in the House of Representatives voted for it. The only 2 no votes for it were both Republicans, and you're going to give credit for the entirety of this to Donald Trump. Makes sense.